Hello, welcome back to Slay the Spire. Last episode has not gone up yet, however that's okay. It's the silent episode is last, so we're on to the Defect. Real quick, in case you have not seen, there is a patch. I'm not going to go over the notes, however what I will do for you is I will put the notes on the screen here. Actually, oh, there's new notes. They nerfed Hemokinesis. Damn, unlucky. But yeah, I don't think I saw the 11-12 changes, but what I will do for you here, in case you want to see, is I will put the patch notes on the screen. If you want to read through what they all are, you can pause the video now and go ahead and read through all the changes. It's a bunch of minor changes, some interesting stuff, pretty cool stuff as well. I'll talk about the changes if we see them in the game, but you know, it's good to see that this game is still getting some updates. I'm always glad to see it. Even though, you know, I've played a lot of Monster Train in the last few months, and I've still played more Slay the Spire in my life, so, you know, my love for this game, even though it has waned in recent months, it's still there. I still like you, Slay the Spire. We're gonna begin now. This is the beginning of the run. Hello. I'm now going to talk to you about this run. We got the Guardian as our boss. Flamely in an okay spot here. Common relic, 18 damage for a rare relic and colorless card. Interesting stuff, I think. Because the common relic with no downside is really good. 18 damage for a rare relic is pretty good as well, but I don't love taking 18 damage here. So I think I'm just gonna take the common relic. A relic with no downsides feels really good to me. Yeah, look at that. We just have one dexterity. That's cool. Let's consider our pathing here now. Hitting this shop and then having the choice between these elites is kind of neat. We can just run into the flame elite here. We're locked by elites. There's a line here in the sand. This one's a little later, but he's behind us, more difficult path here. I think I like this path the most. 2 combats, we go to the shop, we power up, we hit the flame elite, and then we hopefully from this flame elite are strong enough to just go on to a really great rest of the act. So that's what I'm going to aim for. I feel like the rightmost path is not for me. Not going to be going too in-depth on all of the cards and things like that. By now you should know, for the most part, what the defect stuff does. I'll try to every now and then remember to hover over relics, and the cards I'll try to at least hover over once, so that if you want to see what all these cards do and you don't know for whatever reason, you can pause the video and read what they do. I'll do my best anyway. No promises though. I am forgetful in these regards. But we got Hologram Double Energy Tempest here. I do not like double energy very much. I'm not a big fan of trying, because here's my problem, in the way that I look at it. Double energy is cool for the turn you play it, and it's nice for hallway fights, but against bosses, you don't really one-turn many bosses. So I don't find myself thinking, oh yeah, I'll just draw through the whole deck and then double my energy, and it'll be great, right? I just kind of find myself thinking, it's gonna be okay. Also worth noting that at 3 energy, playing double energy only gives you 4 energy because it costs 1 to play it, and playing it at 2 energy does nothing. So I'm a very big opponent of double energy. Hologram's great, really good card, but early game this card does nothing. I'm not a big fan of pulling back Strike. It's okay to pull back Dual Cast, but you know, Tempest is fine though. I think that Hologram is like, it's like a plus 0.5. right now, that eventually blossoms into something much better. Tempest lets us fill out our orbs, which is nice. It's orb generation, it lets us maybe be a little more confident moving forward. I'm going to take Tempest. Tempest is not a card that I take very often, I should say. I don't know if Tempest is good or not. I just know that right now it looks okay. It's like, in its worst case, it's just Zap, and another Zap is good. The upgrade is different. No, the upgrade isn't different, actually. It really is just like adding Zap, but it's like flexible Zap. Interesting, I never thought of it like that. And I don't think that Zap is bad in this circumstance. I can't kill the boss yet. Sorry, the boss? I can't kill Jawworm here. He's the boss. Let's be real with ourselves today. Liquid Memories is pretty good. Genetic Algorithm turn 2 is pretty nice. We could go for Claw. Claw's fun. Could try and force the Claw build. There's gonna be some desk creaks in this episode. I gotta let you know I'm gonna move my legs into position here, but you're gonna have to hear the sound of the desk making noise. Hopefully it's not too bad. This thing really is old. Compile driver is... Right now this is 7 damage, draw 1, which is really bad value. Man, there's a part of me that wants to just pick Claw. I'm gonna take Genetic Algorithm. But deep down, I really wanted to click on Claw there. I'm gonna take the upgrade here. I'm gonna upgrade Genetic Algorithm. It's not a great increase in power right now, and maybe I needed to do something that ups our power level a little more for the given moment, but man oh man. I really wanna go for it. I wanna greed as much as I can. Talk through each of these choices, shall we? Streamline is almost certainly what I'm going to take here. Upfront damage is what our deck is missing. This will help a lot going into the next few elites. It might stop us from dying. Scrape is cool, but not here. Ooh, Sequence is neat. I like this card, but it's like trading 1 draw away for the Anchor, which is interesting, but not on this run. Charge Battery is really nice. Do I feel like I want to pay money for Charge Battery though? Might end up having to. But I need an attack, so it's got to be Streamline. And then do I want to pay 54 gold for this? I'm gonna greed and say no. Kind of want to buy Fire Potion. I'm gonna toss the Ancient Potion for Fire Potion here, actually. Remove a card. Goes to Strike. We're pretty weak against the elites right now, which is why I grabbed Fire Potion. Could go for the upgrade. Nah, I'm gonna play safer. This is an odd one. I'm gonna play this. Yeah, I'm gonna play that. It's fine. So we're gonna try and play slow in the Lagavulin here. This is a pretty good elite for us. You can play slow in the Lagavulin as this character. Unlike basically every other character, where playing slow in the Lagavulin is a death sentence, I don't have to race him here. I should have used Liquid Memories, that's my mistake. Absolutely, I should have used that there. Should have Liquid Memories it back. 369. I don't have to play it, do I? 9 plus 4 plus 4 is 17? Yeah, okay. Let me throw the Fire Potion. Nice. I think that saving Liquid Memories is better for the long term. Ooh, Preserved Insect. And we took what? We took 21 or 22 there for this, so an okay trade. I hate Turbo basically for the same reason I hate the other card, Level Energy, but I think Turbo's better. Also, why do I not have the beta art for Turbo? What the hell? What's wrong with me? Did all my beta arts get turned off? I think they might have. Anyway. I'm gonna probably take Sweeping Beam here. I don't like Recursion all that much. It's 1 energy, deal 8 damage randomly for free, but that's not great. Until you upgrade this card, I think it's pretty mediocre. And Turbo's not the way to go, so I'm gonna go Sweeping Beam. Sweeping Beam's pretty nice. I'm gonna aim this elite. Like the same path. It's just no, it is the same path, right? 2 combat or 3 combats. This is 1 extra combat instead of a question mark. But then I can take the question mark up here. 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2. Hang on. 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah. So it is the same if I go over here. Interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna upgrade Streamline here. I'll be resting at the next rest site. Oh, we're still in the easy pool. Huh. This is a tough draw. 4 defends turn 1. Not exactly what I like to see. Okay, let me hover over this at some point here. At the point where I'm saying out loud, let me hover over this, I should probably just read what it does, but you know what? It's too late for that. That wasn't so bad. I think we took 1. Hey, this is the new reprogram. Can I play this? We do have the dexterity already. It's bad for Tempest, it's good for Sweeping Beam, and it's basically mediocre. I mean, it makes the Zap and Dual Cast very bad as well. And it needs to be upgraded right away. The reason that this card got better is because the upgrade is now 2 Strength, 2 Dex, where before this card became 1/1/1, it now becomes 2/2/2. Because it used to be lose 2 focus for 1 and 1, and then it became lose 1, then it becomes this 1/1/1. Now it's 2/2/2 across the board. It's fun, and I keep wanting to play it, but I don't know. Darkness doesn't do very well in this build either, I should say, because we don't have much in terms of Frost or anything to support Darkness. I want to go reprogram here. I want to see if it does well. Courier's great. I feel like it's gonna not do well because our deck is missing cards. Like, I feel like I have nothing here, but it's too late for that. I've already played it. And it doesn't immediately make these bad, although it's pretty quick, to be fair. I feel like now I want to just take... I want to take cards that capitalize on having high strength. So I want cards that are cheap, more or less. And also I want like cheap defends as well, if we can find them. Ugh. Ball Lightning is an attack. I think I need to take something here. I'm gonna take Stack, I think. I feel like I want to take Stack. I need another block card. It's fine. It's not gonna matter too much once we get higher in the dexterity numbers. Like, obviously right now it's pretty bad, but once we get higher in the damage or the dexterity, we're not gonna care that much about if Stack is doing plus, or it's like 5 plus 10 or 0 plus 10. The difference is pretty minor. I'm gonna try and block over here. Maybe I should have dual casted. I'm now setting up. Thank you for understanding. I'm gonna try and block. I'm not super worried about my money, I'm worried about my health. In the 2 turns that he tries to run, I will hopefully catch him, although with a turn like this, it's not looking so good. We're gonna need a big amount of damage here. Streamline. Huh, close. Just missing. I can use my liquid memories here, however, I think that it's okay. I lost 40 gold, but I'm okay with that here. I lost 40 gold and I preserved all of my HP. And we got the card. Creative AI is fun. It gives us an answer to how am I killing the boss. I play Creative AI and then I let Creative AI pop off. I guess I do have beta arts enabled. Oh, maybe it's different. I think it might be different because I'm on the beta branch. That's probably what it is. I enable different things on the main branch. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna take Creative AI here though. It doesn't do much for us in most positions, but it's gonna do a lot in terms of getting us through bosses, is my thinking. Play Streamline. I'm gonna use Liquid Memories. I've been holding on to it for an elite combat. Killing a sentry on turn 1 is really good. Like, the difficulty of this combat drops significantly for me killing that sentry. Becomes a lot easier to not take damage here. We're gonna take a little chip damage here and there, but for the most part, we are cruising to a pretty safe spot here. 2 cards, 35 block that turn. Sentries do not do well against Stack. Something that I never have considered before just now. Huh. Stack does really well into the sentries. Weird. We got to the point where we have 5 decks though, so our blocks just block their entire hit now. We took 5 here for the relic, which is plenty. Plenty good enough. Defrag is terrible. All for One can occasionally pull back Streamline, but that's it. This was a nuts claw deck. This was an insane claw deck. Man, if only I had committed. There's All for One. There's the reprogram. We saw 2 claws, maybe even 3 claws. Like, this would have been so good. What a shame. I was too afraid. I couldn't do it. Huh. Okay. I suppose. I'm kicking myself, though. If you ever want to play these runs alongside me, by the way, the seed is in the upper right here. You can play along if you desire. You can make the claw deck that I was too afraid of making. It's too much power, I can't do it. I can't handle the responsibility. Doom and Gloom is not what I'm after here. These card choices have been pretty rough, I gotta say. I don't think I want any of these, though. I'm not gonna rest, I'm gonna disrespect him and die. That's the plan. I want to upgrade creative AI here. I think that making it cost 2 is pretty big, but if I can die on turn 1, and that would be unfortunate. 16. I'm actually gonna go so far as to use a focus potion here. I'm being greedy, so I'll use my potions to try and offset that greed. How funny. Oh, genetic algorithm saves me. I was dead if I didn't draw that. This is just barely not enough. Oh. Thank you, genetic algorithm. I hate playing Hello World. Man, I play creative AI and it just griefs me. It actually is just trolling me. Please, creative AI. I beg you. 6. I can split them here. Right? 6 and 9 is 15. I don't like playing Hello World, but I don't like dying here either. Creative AI, you're supposed to be my win condition. What are you doing to me? Why didn't I play stack there? What am I doing to me here? I'm taking 5. I'm gonna lose this. I deserve it too. Maybe Hello World is enough to keep us in it though. Maybe it's gonna be able to carry us through, but it would be fitting if my greed is my downfall here as well. I gotta play the program. And block. Yeah, I mean, this is what I was talking about with stack, by the way. We're at 7 decks and all of a sudden I play stack and I block 10. Or I can play storm and channel a bunch of lightning that does nothing. Yeah. Creative AI is kind of bad with the way that you generate power here. You see what you know what I'm saying? You probably understand what I'm saying. That might have made sense to you. You get a lot of power from Storm in Creative AI, and Storm is pretty bad with the cards that I'm playing. Reprogram. Like, this would be so much damage if I didn't have -4 focus, but who's gonna stop me? At the same time, Creative AI can generate cards that gave us focus, so, you know, what are you gonna do? I think it's fine to play it this way anyway. It's certainly adding to the run, and Hello World isn't so bad here, I guess. As much as I like to say I do not like it, it's doing great things. Oh, I'm dead. That's interesting. I have no out here. I'm just dead. Huh. Never mind. I have the buffer, but I'm taking 8 times 2. I have no way to block. I'm dead. Right? I guess I have to draw into a good block here. Alright, I have to draw into a good block here. I mean, is there even a block I can draw into here? There is not. Okay. That would have saved me if I drew it a turn or two ago. Alright, alright. Creative AI kind of griefed me, but at the same time, it's good to note that reprogram and creative AI don't play well together. Let's try again. It's a good thing to recognize. But also, man oh man, it did not generate me some powers that I wanted to see there. Boss, Guardian. Is there a money here? There's 7 max HP for 2 removals. That's probably what I'm taking. Look at the path. Oh god, it's like we're bottlenecked into 2 elites by this point with no fires. Oh god. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. You can make a case, by the way, here. You can make a case for 3 random potions, but I want to try taking the remove 2 here and see how it goes. I think there's a case to be made since this is a really tough first few floors. There's definitely a case you can make for me to play the potion pickup there, but starting with 9 cards is cool. Oh, we'll try this. Barrage, Hologram, Storm. Storm's a really good card to play if it's not in your deck, I feel like. When it's in your deck, it feels super underwhelming. I think this is a card I only ever play if I have creative AI. Barrage is going to be hard to make much use of because my orb generation is bad right now, but hopefully it becomes better. So I guess I'm just going to take Barrage. I talked about Hologram at the start of the last run. I'm going to go Barrage. And I clicked the start because there's no way I'm taking this right path here where I fight 5 combats and 2 elites in 8 rooms. That's going to be a death sentence. So the path kind of picks itself. I'll look at the branch when we get to it, but I'm going to go shop ? Here. A shame about this membership card. This would be a really hopeful capacitor if I buy it. I'm gonna take Rip and Tear here. I'm not gonna buy the capacitor. I think that buying capacitor is super greedy and I don't have any orb generation to fill it. And we're going through a very rough Act 1. I'm gonna take Rip and Tear because I think it's the best damage card in this shop and I need something to do damage to enemies. And that's the decision. I should have talked through each of those. That's my mistake. The way that I am playing is breaking down, but you know. It happens. I'll take the 5 max HP here. So now we get to make our choice. So I can go... If I go left, I'm locking off myself from here. This area is pretty nice. Past the elite, there's a free fire. That's basically it, actually. There's 1 fire. And then if we go on the left branch, we get a lot more fires. So this path feels like it's the most optimal, but I have to go through a fire elite here. I guess it's fine. We just do a little trial by fire on the left side here. Upgrade. I'm gonna do transform. I'm gonna transform a strike. Leap. Okay. My deck is lacking in the damage department right now, but that's okay, I guess. That's a mistake right there. I should have struck first. It's a potential loss of 1 damage, but it's worth pointing out. Sometimes that 1 damage matters, so you may as well maximize it. Cool-Headed's really good. Frost Generation's really good. Go for the Ice is okay, but I think that weak isn't something that the Defect cares about too much, and it's also conditional weak, and it's only 1. And I don't really like playing Hello World, so I'm gonna take Cool-Headed. I'll go Voolen with 2 strength. Okay, that's not so bad. I'm gonna play slow. Our deck's super light on bad cards, actually. We have a lot of good cards. I use Skill Potion on the next turn. And I shouldn't die to Lagavulin here. That's what I'm thinking, anyway. I'd be surprised. I'm gonna Skill Potion now. Consume. If I consume, we have 2 orb slots, but they will gain, was it 2 focus? So I'll be losing 2 block or 3 damage. This is a hard one to figure out, I think. Is it worth it to take consume here? I can only play it once, where Leap is a card that's repeatably playable. It's probably just Leap. If I take consume, I just have a bunch of dead draws in the future there. Whereas Leap is going to be a card that's always welcome to be drawn. This isn't even looking that bad. Huh. How about it? 15 damage Lagavulin? Could I be so naive as to hope for? It's gonna be 19 damage. Oh, that's pretty solid. It's a pretty solid Lagavulin fight. Got a Vira out of it. I think I've been pronouncing this wrong, by the way. I don't remember who I heard called as a Vira. I think it is just a Vajra. Bias cognition. That's focus. Sorry, I just, again, should talk through those cards, but dude, it's focus. You're gonna offer me focus and then 2 cards that don't give focus? I'm gonna pick the focus. Much like the company Ford, I'm going to take the focus. Ahaha. Ahaha. +1 focus on bias cognition is nice. It's effectively +1 round. Extra draw on cool-headeds is pretty cool as well. Zap cost reduction. I'm gonna go with the +1 to bias cognition. I think it's good. Now we just gotta go through Gremlin Knob and we're home free. I am going to slam bias cognition. If this fight goes longer than 5 rounds, we're dead anyway. So this can't be a negative for me. Yeah, it looks like we might only take 5 here. Yeah, this is a pretty good setup we got going on here. Okay. Rebound, Beam Cell, Chaos. Worth talking about each of these. I know a lot of people like Chaos. I am not one of them. I hate Chaos. Beam Cell's okay, but Vulnerability, I mean, we have the upfront damage right now with Barrage. Ideally, we transition out of it, and I don't think I want to hold on the Beam Cell for it. So then Rebound is the question. What would I Rebound? Probably Cool-Headed. But is it worth it? Not really. Also worth mentioning, we picked up Unceasing Top here, which I am probably going to make no good use of. I'll give Chaos a shot. This is your chance, Chaos. Don't blow it. Anchor's great. I actually feel like those last 2 combats went so well that I'm gonna take another Elite here. You can believe it. I'm gonna upgrade I'm gonna upgrade Cool-Headed. Drawing an extra card seems nice. I'm spoiled from monster training lately. I don't think clearly when it comes to upgrading for draw, because I'm thinking about how Monster Train is a game where I just don't even have to think about draw. I get to take my deck down to 17 cards and I get to draw 7 per turn. The nature of that game is different than the nature of this one, if you can believe that. Might have been better to leap there than double cast. Probably was, when I look at it now, but, you know, I can't go back in the past and tell myself that. Imagine if you could time travel, and you use your time travel abilities to make better plays in Slay the Spire. I only have 1 orb focus. I messed up and wasted 5 damage though. I died. The concept of someone time traveling to make slightly better plays in Monster Train or in Slay the Spire is kind of a funny concept to me. I guess it's it'd be worth it, right? Because you would look like an absolute genius when you foresaw things happening. But it would also look suspicious, I suppose. Loop is great here, Cool-Headed's great here, and go for the eyes we've already talked about. Loop is a little better than Cool-Headed, I think, just because it's a power. We already have a Cool-Headed. I'm happy with Loop. I'm gonna Smith the Loop right away. I'm probably gonna... I'll think about Respecting Guardian here. Ooh, Consume and Cool-Headed are both really good takes here. But I think Consume is less good because we have the Bias Cognition and we have no Orb Capacity generation right now. I think it's less good for me to go Consume currently than I would like it to be. Until I have Orb generation, it's not great, and I should just stick to Bias Cognition is what I am believing here. I'm gonna go... Am I saying orb generation? Because I need to say orb slot generation. I'm not sure I'm saying the slot. I'm gonna go Cool-Headed card remove, I believe, here. Remove a defend. Actually, I'll remove a strike. It's half off, too. And we also could get Runic Capacitor and it becomes a lot better. I don't know. I'm really... I think that I'm gonna give it a shot. I have the money for it, so I might as well give it a chance, and then I remove it immediately here. Leaving Act 1 with no strikes is kinda crazy, right? That seems really good. I'm gonna disrespect Guardian, by the way. 38 health. What are the odds that this goes awry? 0. That's what. Oh, I'll play with. It's fine. Our deck is pretty strong. It's only really cards that I would want to play here, so I'm happy about that. Less happy about the damage I'm about to take here. Of 36? Oh god. Maybe I should have probably played Bias Cognition there, huh? Well, I gotta play the weak potion. Just keep getting caught by this guy. Crazy. That's definitely a turn that I need to think out better, and I am an idiot. Absolutely true. I think it's better to have the Frost in front. We want to kind of move them depending on what phase he's in, for the loop anyway. Yeah, like this is the thing about Consume I was mentioning earlier, I can't play it now. I think Frost in front is better for this phase, and then Lightning in front is going to be better for the other phase. I don't know how to refer to them other than this phase and the other one. The defensive mode and the aggressive mode, I guess, is how I should refer to them. I guess when I'm cycling through orbs like this, it's pretty good to have the Consume out. It seems pretty good anyway. I'm cycling through the orbs pretty quickly, so it's not that big of a deal if I'm down a slot. I'm mostly getting my value from the evokes. Good show. Not sure he can do 1 damage to me right now if I were to just end turn. It feels like we're coming close to Bias Cognition time. I think it's now. I have 8 turns to end this fight. I don't think I should sit on this any longer. Yeah, it was definitely right there. Because I'm gonna put up so much block that I can just hit him always. And that's good. Yeah, okay. Pretty good Guardian fight. I could have taken a little less than 27, but you know what? It wasn't quite 27 also, it was like low 20s, but still. I could have taken less damage there and it would have been good. An interesting choice here, Echo Form versus Electrodynamics. And Fission isn't the worst. I don't hate Fission, I just don't love it that much. I think that there's runs where it's good, I don't think those runs are this run. Echo Form's clunky and hard to play, but it's insane when you get it out there. Electrodynamics is just generally really good, though, through the Act 2 area. So I'm going to take Electrodynamics over Echo Form here. I think it's better. I feel like there's nothing great to Echo Form right now. I would just be doing it to, like, double value on leaps. Doubling up Consume is bad. Doubling up Bias Cognition is okay. I'm going to go Electrodynamics, I think. If I had the... Oh man, I missed Snecko Form. What a shame. I cycle orbs really fast, so Nuclear Battery isn't great. The deck isn't particularly expensive, but I can probably get away with Snecko Eye here. I suppose, at the very least. I don't like Blackstar that much, and this isn't a real energy relic, so I'll go with Snecko Eye. It shouldn't be that bad, right? I already took down the Flaming Elite. I'm trying to find... I'm going to try a path that's very Elite averse. So this is the path I'm going to take right here. Up through here, and we're going to maybe take 1 Elite only. I've been dying a lot to Act 2 Elites because I'm just kind of slamming my head into them. And so I'm going to try not doing that. That's my new plan. I'm gonna try just not running directly into Act 2 elites and dying. The Snecko is not being particularly kind to me here, I gotta say. When I draw 7 cards like this, I expect some of them to cost 0, like this, right? This is a more reasonable hand. Thank you, Snecko. But I did get chunked pretty heavily there. Second loop is okay. I don't hate second loop. You hate second loop? Nah, it's good. Heat sinks, by the way, not great here. I don't have much to heat sinks. Hologram's pretty interesting, actually, because hologram does not say draw a card from your discard pile, so whatever you pull from your discard pile has the same cost that Snecko shows it having. Worth noting that. I'll maybe give that a shot if I see it again. I mean, I will give it a shot if they show me that again, but they're gonna have to show me that one again. Frost Orb. Play the free stuff first. This hand just looks like it costs a normal amount of energy. I'll play Electro so it's gone and I have the zaps out there. 12. I have 2 block. I think if I just consume and buy as this run ends, or like this combat ends, I'll play loop as well. Oh, yeah, that's free. Cool. It seems like for the most part, the amount of time that I gain in, or like the amount of time I gain from that focus is enough to push us through the rest of the round. I'm gonna take that 16 damage real quick if you don't mind, because we're full blocking. Like the damage output is just, it ramps up way high. Obviously it goes down, but by the time it's down to a number that's low again, it's too late. I've already generated insane value off of the loops like this. Yeah. All we really need here, all I'm really looking for is capacitor. Cold Snap's okay. Scrape's really weird, right? Scrape plus Snecko Eye seems really weird. Probably really bad too. We'll just take another cool headed. This is probably the last one of these that I take, but who knows? Can you have too many cool headeds? Probably. How many is that? I don't want to find out. God, electrodynamics versus birds would have been nice. Oh well. You can't control it, I suppose. Should have consumed first as well. However, I did not. I'm missing my entire next turn, huh? I sure am. Oh wait, I got the cool headed. Oh yeah, never mind, I draw extra cards because of Snecko. No big deal. Storm Plus, I play 2 powers? I guess I have 4 powers? Yeah, 4 powers. Makes it a little more appealing, but I still think it's bad. Recursion, I should mention I think that this card is particularly only good with darkness. And Sweeping Beam I don't think we need. I am okay to skip. And we're gonna continue on the path. Huh. Usually I take Simplicity and I'm happy with it, but I can just remove a Defend, can't I? I think that that's fine. Oh god, cultists. Thank you for being here with me on turn 1 Electrodynamics, I appreciate it. Missed the Bias Cognition because I drew last. What a shame. Bias Cognition would have been enough to just kind of take it here, I believe. Oh well, at least we got the consume. This is only worth, I mean this is worth a lot I guess, just because it's damage as well. And it's draw, but yeah. It's 10, we're taking 18, so we're taking 8 here. But then I should be able to finish this fight here. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's fine. Attack potion. I'll toss the thorns. Blue sequence, terrible with Snecko Eye. Oh, Equilibrium is also pretty bad with Snecko Eye. I know it costs more than 1, so it should be good, but it's also bad because of the retain. I'm just gonna skip it. I'm gonna continue on the plan of avoiding elites. I'm gonna go ahead and rest even. I'm gonna give Act 2 the respect it deserves. I could give up Snecko Eye? I believe that if you give Strawberry, you don't lose the max HP. Yeah, so that's just free. God, the question marks have held some pretty scary combats. This is no exception. Gonna play biased. Puts this guy to 1, which is pretty nice. We got the loop as well. You can see we're taking 10 times 2 here. My cool-headeds both cost 3. I would rank this undesirable. 24 and 14 is 38. I need to pull an attack off of this that does like way too much damage if I want to try it here. We'll just do this. Oh hey, thanks Neko. 14. I would need a 25 damage attack. Alright, at least we're only taking 8. But it's 8 damage that I could not avoid here today. I don't think I could have avoided this damage. Maybe it's like it's one of those things where I probably could have avoided this damage if my deck was built a little differently. However, it's a little too late for that. I really don't like Amplify. Scrape is a not, and FTL is a not as well. Peace Pipe. Sure. Well, I want to be smithing and resting. There's not a whole lot left to remove. I'm gonna go ahead and take the key. 2 random upgrades. Transform 2 for 75 is not bad. Remove an upgrade. I could transform these last 2 defends. That seems okay. Could also upgrade 2 random for 50. I can do I have a shop coming up, I guess is the question. I do not have a shop coming up. I'm down for transform 2 on the defense. All lightning streamline. It's not great. I think defend would have been better, but too late for now. But do you hear this wind? It's been really windy today. I don't know if it came across in the recording, but it's been very, very windy. I forgot to even think about it, but it made a very loud noise. You probably can't hear it. I'll take the loop upgrade here. Actually, I could just rest and then go. I'm gonna rest and go for the elite. As long as I don't die straight up, which, you know, Book of Stabbing maybe is going to oblige my death. He shouldn't. But I was hoping for something that I could really make value out of electrodynamics against here. Then all lightnings off of that, huh? Take the loop here. 18 damage, so 3 damage here. And we pushed out a lot of damage. Bias Cognition is just such a good card. You can really see it in full effect here. It lets us do it. Like, getting that much focus channeled that quickly is just enough to put us in a really dominant position, as I've been saying. Tori's great, Hyper Beam's terrible, Steam Barrier's really bad, Sweeping Beam, it's okay, but I don't think I need it. I have Electrodynamics. I'm going to skip. And that elite wasn't bad. I probably could have rested and taken that, actually, but better safe than dead. That's what I always say anyway. Draw last also, I always say. I picked up Tori. I've been going a little quickly here. I must apologize for that. I'll try and go over what we got here real quick while I'm here. There you go. Yeah, I'm gonna play Electro and then I should play Bias Cognition first. I can feel the misplay starting to seep in. I'm getting pretty tired. We're into the late night. 16. I need to draw a card that does 20 off of this. It's worth a shot. All for 1 might. Yeah, it pulls back Streamline and Barrage. Cool. Nice. That saves a lot of damage. Takes me from taking 31 there down to 13 with 7 blocks. So you can do the math on how much we take off of that. I'm not going to, but you can. It's too late for my brain to do math like that. Good to use the potion to save damage there, though. Not taking any of those for obvious reasons. And we fought a lot of combats. This was a combat. I think one of these was a combat, and then one of these was a combat. Lots of combats on this floor. And we're still standing, which is a testament, because usually when I fight a lot of combats on Act 2, I die. So, no. Oh wait, no, this wasn't the combat we fought earlier. There was a bird instead of a cultist. My mistake. They look so similar. However, this one is significantly scarier. All 2s and 3s is not great. There's our Electro for 0. I think it's 18. Worth it to cool-headed here. It should make us take 0. Didn't do the math, but it should make us... At least it would take us to 1 from forward. Okay, not bad, not bad. Capacity potion is nice. We already have one, of course. I don't need anything here, I don't feel like. We're chilling. The champ is going to present a bit of a problem. We don't have a great scaling plan against the champ. Our plan may even be... I mean, I'm going to use the capacity potion, I suppose. Yeah. Our plan might be to pull Dark off of Chaos and then sit there with a Frost Wall. I'll upgrade the other loop here. Walk in, Potion of Capacity right away. Unfortunate. I cannot bias cognition, I will die. Only 1 damage at the very least. Consume goes out, and I'll play loop. May as well barrage him as well. Oh wait, and I can rip it there. What the heck? Okay, so with the loops in place, I should reach a point where I don't take any damage pretty quickly as well. And there's the Dark Orb. Just put this in position here. Go ahead and play the other loop. And strap yourselves in. I'm gonna press end turn a lot of times here. Trust me, this is a good plan. If he's not gonna attack, I'm not gonna do anything. If he's not gonna attack, I'm not gonna do anything. I don't want to drop him too low here, is the reason I'm not gonna play anything. Yeah, with these loops, I just end turn until he's dead. I don't want to accidentally have the lightning drop him too low, but now that can't happen. And he cannot hurt me, right? I put up 30 block passively every turn and it looks like his max hit is 27. I'll play a card if his max hit appears to be higher than 27 for any reason. Otherwise though, I'm just going to press E. I'm not even going to click end turn, I'm actually going to use one of the hotkeys. It's a classic champ plan. The champ can't do anything to you in the first phase before you drop him below half health. And you just sit here. You let whatever your scaling plan is scale up while you just free block and free scale. What's he buffing here? Is he buffing strength? I didn't know he could buff strength. That's interesting. How about that? He buffed strength, but his hit didn't go up. There it is. There's a 33. Okay, now I have to play a card. Interesting too, because I don't actually have that many defensive cards here. Okay, so I'm just gonna aim to kill him next turn, which shouldn't be too hard now. Yeah, I just dual cast him, he should die. Yeah. Alright. Good fight, champ, good fight. It took him way too long to put up that strength. If he had put that up sooner, we could have been in actual trouble there. Buffer is definitely the way to go here. All for One did have its niche interesting uses where it pulls back 0-cost cards off of Snack Away. That's kind of fun in its own right. Buffer's lame. I'm gonna take this. Yeah, I'm gonna take this. My entire reasoning is it's cool. Buffer's boring. Who wants to see me play Buffer for the millionth time? I want to try this interesting thing. We'll see if it's actually good. Pandora's Box does nothing. That's ridiculous. I'm taking energy for sure here. I'm definitely taking Curse Key. Okay, all I have to do is remember to recall and not die on this floor. I do kind of want to take some elites here. Reptomancer in particular is pretty free. 209 gold, I could try and wait, but I guess 209 is enough. I'm looking at this path here. I can hit this elite and then maybe these two. Or if I want to, I can just do one. There's not a great path where I can take one and then divert off if I don't want to, like I can take two here, but I'm not sure I can take three. But there's not a great path where I can take two and divert. I guess it would be this one. This path actually doesn't look that bad, now that I look at it. Although it does lead... Actually, it's a triple elite path, never mind. It's just later on. I'm gonna go the path where I only have to deal with one. Or it's 1 or 3 instead of 3, period. Which is good enough for me at this stage. I'm gonna give the elites the respect that they deserve. I'm also taking 1 damage for no reason here. I could have rip and tear. Sorry, I just got the hiccups for some reason, apparently. I don't know what the heck this is about, but I have the hiccups now. Well, I guess it's gone. I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Don't forget to stay hydrated. What's I talking about? The pathing? I think that it's good to have the path into 1 elite, and then if we barely skate by, we can just bail on any others. Not going to be picking any of those. Capacitor is massive. Absolutely huge. You love to see it. Card removal feels good here, but on what? All the strikes and defense are gone. What goes now? Maybe Barrage goes? Maybe I try removing Barrage here. I can't remove Zap because I don't have a great source of lightning. Oh, I can remove Streamline, actually. This card's really hard to play. I feel like it's deal 15 damage. It just isn't really that worth it. Although Barrages deal 12. I'm gonna get rid of Barrage. Lock it in. It did its job. It got us through the early game. Because I'm only really gonna have 3 orbs, so it's only 12 damage. Okay. Once we establish all of our powers, we are pretty solid. Anything in here free? There's a cool-headed in here. Neat. I'll play the Consume. Consume cool-headed? No, cool-headed first. I'll take the draw. Okay. I mean, I'm just absolutely taking it. And that turn is probably not played out in the best way. I think that I could have thought through that turn a lot better, actually. I should have. That's my bad. This is why there's not a whole lot of Slay the Spire. It's because I know that the episodes are going to end up going like this when I finally have the motivation to record it, where I get about halfway through and I'm just completely burned out by this point, and I'm ready to go to bed. But I will power through, as you have powered through watching this one. I appreciate it if you're still with me, by the way. It's good to have you here. Thanks for watching. This is a special thanks for watching. A midway through the episode, thanks for watching, for sticking through it with me. Reinforced Body is nice. I like it. It's consistently block in an inconsistent Snecko deck. Yeah, I'm gonna take Reinforced Body. Cool. No need to go to this shop. We have 46 gold. I'll just take the question marks. This is my least favorite event in the game. Hands down. No doubt. I'm glad they added the lose 4 max HP option though there. Smoke Bomb's nice. Essence of Darkness is kinda cute, but I'll just hold on to the speed potion for now. I've been holding it for a while, but you know. Start pathing, like, I'm going here. We have at least 2 more fires, assuming I live. I can smith right now. I'm gonna go with Capacitor upgrade. An extra orb slot means a lot for the longer fights. Giant head. What a nightmare. I've really done it this time, huh? This maybe is going to end up being a smoke bomb combat even. Thankfully we have insurance against the giant head conundrum that we face here today. I'm gonna slam Bias Cognition, I think. I know what you're thinking, but I think it is correct to bias this early. Frankly, I don't think we have any chance of killing this guy if I don't bias right away. I'm just gonna have to consume to keep the focus up while we're on the way. Tough draw here, by the way. Very tough. I should probably dual cast there, you know. But yeah, it's not looking great here. I'll admit it. Maybe I could have put up enough frost where his damage output wouldn't have mattered. If I didn't put myself on that timer, I probably could have. With the loops, I put myself on a timer and I probably should not have. I don't know. Too late to change it. What's inside chaos? Frost, okay. I'm gonna channel this for 42. Actually, I guess I could wait. You know what? I will wait. If I wait until the next time around with this in front position, with the loop absolutely going to town on it here. Also, a cool fact that that works. That's neat. Wait, like this. But in 2 turns, this should be enough to big damage here. Or not, because I'm gonna have to play cool-headeds to stay alive. Right. I think it was pretty close to being worth, though, anyway. So, whatever. I'm not gonna sweat it too much. It looks like we're gonna be okay. 36, I should play this. Actually, I didn't need to play that. That's a mistake. It is time. It sure is time, buddy. Time for you to get the heck away from me, please. This all for one is doing really well. I'm really happy with this all for one. I'm actually, I'm loving this all for one. I'll say it. I'm really digging it. It's cool as hell. When it works, it feels so good. Okay, we actually didn't take that bad of damage here. That wasn't so bad. Data Disc is sick. Core Surge. Oh, baby. We've been looking for this all over. I haven't mentioned it a single time, but this is the card. This is the combo. The lose 1 focus. So at the start of turn, lose 1 focus is actually its own debuff, which can be blocked by artifact. Core Surge is that artifact. I'm gonna recall now so I don't forget. Core Surge is so good. I could skip this. I don't have to take a curse here. But then I'll live the rest of my life not knowing what was inside. Oh, I should have skipped. Easy to say now, though. I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna rest and we're gonna go into the gauntlet here. I have the smoke bomb, so I'm relatively safe. And I think with the core surge, and I feel really strong. I'm gonna go for it. I think that we power up here or we fall apart, so let's try powering up, shall we? Gonna wait on bias cognition, of course. It's okay. Ideally here we just put up so much frost that we can't die. That's gonna be our win condition for most of these fights now, is just put up so much frost that the enemies have no hope of ever killing us. That's where we're at. Now, ideally I draw better than this in terms of ordering in the future. Core Surge, finally, we get a loop that's playable. We get a consume and we get some frost in here, and all of a sudden it doesn't look so bad. But looked a little dicey there for a minute. I'm still taking 10, but I rested. Oh hey, Tori stepped in. I took less than 10. Thank you, Tori. Yeah, wow, we get a lot of focus here. When you get to this point, you just gotta put up like 3 frost orbs and you win the game. Unfortunately, I just put up a bunch of lightning, but I think I just kill next turn. This is 60 damage already, so I need to do very little here. Yeah, all for one. That's so cool. God, that's so cool. I'm really, really glad that I picked that, because a lot of times I would just pick the buffer and go, but it's good. But it's so cool. God, it's so cool. Defrag is kind of a waste of space in this deck, I feel like. We have so many good focus options. I don't think I want to be putting this in with the Snecko Eye. I don't want to tempt fate like that. This combat should be free. Oh god. When they all defend on turn 1, I get a little frightened. But hopefully I don't have to use my smoke bomb here. Ah. Scary. I think this is worth. I feel like this is going to be my best smoke bomb. I don't want to miss out on this elite, and then we got only one more combat after this. I think this is the one. It's bad luck protection, basically. Combat could have gone a lot better, but Snecko gave me a pretty rough draw there. So we'll just do it to Giant Head here again. Giant Head gives us the time to set up, and he can't do that. Like we'll just crush him if he does that to me. He gives us our time, does very low impact moves, and we just have all 3 cool headeds in the bottom 7 cards for some reason. 21 card deck, you would think I would have 1 frost card at this point, but no, I'm just gonna take damage. All of my block is in here. What is this? Alright, so I just took 13 damage. Nothing you can do about it there. Like, truly, I don't think there was anything I could have done. I guess, once again, it's the, well, build your deck better and that doesn't happen sort of situation. But, you know, great point. But given the circumstances of where we are at this moment, I don't think there was anything I could do. It's probably just capacitor. I have 44 block already. So I can just continue my defensive scaling and then end turn. If you don't know, Giant Head has an upper bound. He doesn't just scale infinitely. He stops at a certain point. That certain point is 70. So if I get to a point where my passive block is 70, which it is, I could just end turn. And so I will. It's gonna be a while though. You know what, I'm not gonna put us through this. I was thinking I was just gonna press E to E, but I'm not gonna do it to myself. I'm not gonna do it to you. All I have to do is I have to make sure that I end with a Frost Orb in the front, and then it's fine. 139 block, god damn. That's so much. Pretty happy with this ball lightning actually too. I initially was not a big fan, but now that I'm in this position, having a second source of lightning is pretty good. You have for me. I mean, there's nothing to do. I'm unstoppable at this point. Once we reach this point, I can't lose, I'm pretty sure. Well, I might get out damaged. Like, I might not beat the heart in the race phase. Also, let's make sure I'm right about that number of 70. Is it 70? It is 70 that it caps out at. Cool. Haven't forgotten it yet. My memory hasn't given out on Slay the Spire trivia yet. Thank the Lord. We did it. It was a grueling fight, but we were able to put Giant Head in his place. Great work, everybody. You did excellently. Stone Calendar is our reward? Fine. This is a skip. White noise is whatever. Snecko Eye makes it not so good. Writhing Mass. Wish I had another Spoke Bomb. Okay, just gonna play the loop in the cool headed here. We're gonna take it a little bit on the turn ones. That was 10 damage. Not what you like to see, but when our draw order isn't looking great, so we're just gonna have to deal. 12, I have 6 block. I can put up 13 here. I'm setting myself up for a bad next turn, but hopefully it's not that bad. 24 isn't that bad, and we can find answers for it as well. Oh, 57's pretty bad. I would like to go back, please. 24 is more like it. Thank you. A dual cast zap here. Take 3. I'm trying to minimize damage taken. 3 is taken down to 1 as well. Okay. From here, we just chill. Pretty sure he can't hurt me. I'll just capacitor, right? And then, or not capacitor, sorry, consume. And then we're just chilling. Yeah, nice. Okay, this wasn't so bad. We got away without being cursed. It took 11, but that's all right. Second bias cognition is interesting. I don't have a way to get it. Like I don't have a way through the artifact, but is it still worth it to have it kicking around in the deck? It probably isn't. How can I say that? It's such a good card. I think we're okay though. What I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna end up putting myself on a timer with that I don't need to. Rest for sure. Alright, Donu Deca. Every combat now is just draw order, draw order, draw order. That's all I can say. Consume here. I think the consume is fine. I'm gonna take a little bit. It's actually probably worth it to block. I'm taking 13 right now. If I block potion, I'll just take 1. I'm good with just 1. Yeah. Thanks, Tori. Where's the core surge? Dude, everything's so expensive. Oh god. What a nightmare. Why the heck is everything 3 energy? Oh no! Is Snecko gonna stab me in the back at this most pivotal moment? In the moment that I need him most, Snecko will abandon me? Was it written to be so? I can't believe it. Okay. I have a free cool-headed in here. I may as well rip and tear. I'm gonna go ahead and play cool-headed all for 1. No, I'm gonna play consume. Never mind. That feels better. 27 is good here. Now, I'm not killing Donu in a great manner here, I will say. But we're just gonna end up killing them both at the same time, most likely, because of electrodynamics. We have a lot of time, too. We have 36 damage per round. Or 36 block per round for free. There's our bias cognition. You're doing 36 only. So, yeah, I'm just chilling. I should probably play these cool-headeds. I want to leave the frost in the front position, though. I feel like I'm not at a great amount of risk right now. 50 block, you're doing 36 to me. 42, so yeah, I have a lot of time here. Could even go so far as to consume again. Buys us even more time. Sure. I'm pretty sure from here we have it. We took a bit of damage though. It's really tough to find the answer to how am I not dying in the first few rounds right now. But when I do find that answer, I'll let you know. These guys are taking a lot here. It's not quite the kill, but it's a lot of damage. Yeah. 124 damage that turn. Alright. We take those. And I wanna cycle back to as we come to what will inevitably be an unfortunate end here, I believe. I like to say I believe as well that the I think that the lose max HP for remove 2 cards was really good because it let us just have a bunch of good cards in our deck and be happy with them. I have to play Bias Cognition to even have a chance of survival here. I'm pretty sure. Ah, I fucked up. I needed to play Speed Potion there. Yeah. Yeah, I ruined this fight. If I played Speed Potion, I think I still die though. Maybe if I played the Reinforced Body, it would have been okay. Yeah, I probably could have sneaked out of that combat, but we got chipped a lot in the last 4 rooms. I think that, given the relics that we got, it would have been better to go this way. Which is interesting. Worth noting. Should not have, like, I greeted like crazy in this back half, and I lost for it. Should have not opened this, and we should have just gone leftmost path here. Obviously, I can say that now with hindsight. At the time, though, I was greeting. But it's important for me to mention it, though, because, oh yeah, hindsight 2020, etc., etc. But at the same time, it's good to note that this slamming into elites wasn't necessarily required, and I could have probably beaten the boss if I had a little more health and a little more time, although Awoken one's really hard for us to kill. Not impossible, just really difficult. I think I had to play Capacitor, Consume, Bias Cognition, and I needed to play the loops as well, so I don't know, maybe it's too tough. Hard to say. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, do not forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.